What is going on, guys? BCD here, and today I just wanted to bring you a quick video. Wanted to go over a few things recently that came out in regards to the Xbox versus the PlayStation 5. I mean, if it's a competition at this point, but it's the showcase that they just recently put on versus the one that PlayStation put on. I just wanted to go over basically what my thoughts about it is and how I'm kind of steering this next generation of consoles and how I'm tempering my expectations. So let's just start with the showcase for Xbox that they recently did and why I thought it failed in some places and succeeded in others. And then kind of compare it to what PlayStation did and kind of their narrative of what they want to push for next generation. So the Xbox, the showcase to blow everyone away for the Series X and like all that graphical fidelity and how their most powerful console really didn't, it didn't meet. I guess at this point it just feels as if you're purchasing something very expensive, maybe like a PC, and there's no real reason to buy it per se. It's more so just to get into that ecosystem. Like the real, still the show is obviously Game Pass. Obviously, they're pushing for that type of market. They see the increase in digital and stuff like that, and they kind of want to, well, the subscription based model. They see an increase in that, and they kind of want to take advantage. So, looks like that's what they're trying to do. I don't know if that's for their best benefit, but obviously, well, I can say wholeheartedly it's not for their immediate benefit. They are more consumer friendly than any other company I've ever seen, and more than likely it's probably going to hurt them in regards to sales for the Series X, but in the long run, it'll probably be better for the consumer like myself. Again, I own and purchase every console in a generation just because I want to play certain games on it. So, and it doesn't take much for me to want to purchase everything. So, at the end of the day, I'm still going to get a Series X. I'm still going to get a PS5 and whatever iteration of Nintendo comes out with, I'm more likely going to have, and I obviously still have my PC. So, me looking at it, I was looking at it more so of what is going to be fun to play, or what's going to actually push it, and what is these leaps that they're going to make in order for PlayStation 5 to feel challenged. That wasn't there, so they don't necessarily have anything that shows that they're challenging PlayStation in regards to exclusivity or graphic fidelity and pushing the envelope. Xbox doesn't have that right now. All they showcased was variety, which is still fine. They showed variety and they showed the ability to, give you all the games for a very low entry price. So that's what they kind of showed off. They showed off the consumer portion of it when they didn't actually show off what is the reason to purchase this item. Again, I don't think that it was necessary, but I definitely wanted to see it. I wanted to actually see the reason behind this entire push for hardware that's above and beyond everything else. This is the first time us seeing like really competitive specs in a console towards a PC, so we was expecting something to be pushed. And again, it's starting to really showcase that maybe 4K 60 isn't all that great. Maybe just 60 frames per second may be the best thing to do. And if they have so many limitations when it comes to the actual games that it looks old gen, but it has 4K 60 frames per second, is that really benefiting anybody? Maybe not, but that's what it kind of looks like. It looks like they were pushing for more so graphical power and the native resolution and 60 frames per second, but they're not necessarily showing off any cadence of next gen or wow, I need to purchase this over something else, because it's just not showing that. Halo 5 was at 4K. I believe it was at 4K 60. I know the Master Chief Collection and like the actual multiplayer was at 60 frames per second. Not sure if it was the dynamic resolution. I don't think it was locked, but it definitely was hitting that mark pretty often. So what is the point of that showcase? The point of that showcase was to kind of tell you guys or show you guys what they have in the future coming up, why it's important to jump into why is it important to jump into the ecosystem, or what would you get the value of jumping into their ecosystem. To me, it did not do a good enough job in order to push that, because for some reason people don't care about saving money. They don't care about the benefit of Game Pass at this point. All they care about is what is exclusive to me and what makes me feel special because I purchased this item. They don't really care about the fact that, you know, you're getting so much for a cheap price. They more so want to feel special because they are justify their price, or basically justify the price point and justify why they purchased. No justification of purchase was there. Granted, I'm not someone that needs that, but I do understand that feeling of PlayStation 5 has all this extra stuff and all this stuff that they're getting that's exclusive to them. Everybody's going to be feeling special playing these games. And what we have stuff that we're sharing with the PC. So we don't feel special. So that's probably that's the biggest hurdle I think Xbox has to get over, is making their customers feel special. Not saying that they don't, you know, add value. I'm just saying that they don't make the customer feel special. So that's something that they're going to have to, like, an uphill battle with, is making their customers or their player base feel special. People are tired of Halo. People are tired of the same old. I believe they showed a lot of variety in their catalog, but the variety of catalog that they showed didn't showcase actual power of the console, and didn't show what was needed or what we were going to be getting if we purchased this day one. So it just showed what's up and coming. Obviously, some games may be more impressive than others, like Fable, but they didn't show anything. You know, Forza Motorsport, they showed stuff, but that was like a very small snippet, and people don't care about racing games. They always think they look pretty anyway. But the ray tracing and all that stuff that was shown, it does show next level, but people don't care about that stuff. They really want to see what's going to be coming day of launch, and how am I going to feel special? So that didn't happen. But Game Pass is still a overall powerful package. It's going to be something that sells their consoles very well in the future, and it's probably going to be something that they're going to push forward in the envelope moving forward anyway. It's not like it's going to go away. I think it's something that showcases the hard decision that they kind of had to make, because not only is it losing them money, but it's also something that people don't take advantage of or care for or give them props for, I guess. I mean, I feel like some people gave it praises, but more so people were more so upset. I think the media gave it more praise than anybody. I don't think the individual person cared enough to say that this is something that is powerful, or this is a true statement of next gen, is where everything you see today is going to be on Game Pass day one. You don't have to buy it. You could always try it out. You get so many games, 100 game plus per, once you log in. I don't think that's something that people cared about. I think it's more so, what games do you have that's going to make me feel special? And they unfortunately failed at that. In regards to the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5, obviously, they do a good job of making you feel special. They make you have something to play new monthly. They make you feel like there is a reason why you're in that ecosystem, and they make it very straightforward and clear that they're about the games and why you should actually buy their console. So what I'll say is this: PlayStation 5 is true to the cycle of generations. Xbox is no longer trying to compete within that cycle. So their model has changed significantly, yet they are still implementing things that PlayStation is doing, but on a grander scale. But PlayStation has such a strong showing all the time when it comes to their games that is so overpowering that no matter what value and price points that you lay out, people are still going to go attached to what is making me feel special. And that's The Last of Us, that's Ghost of Tsushima, that's Persona 5, that's Neo 2, that's God of War, that's, you know, I mean, the list goes on. I played them all, but it's kind of surprising that people are okay with that. They obviously know that the PlayStation 5 is going to be less of a value when it comes to backwards compatibility, the ability to play 360 games, the ability to play, Xbox first generation games. PlayStation is obviously going to still kind of do that, but they're going to do it in a way where you're obviously going to be taxed for it. And people don't care. I mean, I don't care. Honestly, I feel like they're. It's funny how Microsoft is trying to show the greater good of something, yet we are so adamant that it's the wrong thing to do. But in the overall aspect of it, everybody's on Netflix for a reason. People have cut the cord from cable for a reason. This model is broken and old, and nobody cares for it anymore. So it's obviously a model that's important that people enjoy now. But I don't know if Microsoft is the company that's going to get that through people's head. I guess it's more so we're going to keep throwing money at it because obviously it's the future, and we know that it is the future. But people don't really necessarily care at this point. They maybe should have led with a solid foundation of games that showed the fidelity and the power of the system, and then kind of put the Game Pass on the back burner and then move forward with the Game Pass on the next turnaround, where it's like a year into the console where people have made their decision of why am I special, and then they could have added on it as a bonus. You can even feel more special. You got Project X Cloud, you got this, you got that. You have so much stuff that we're going to just throw at you that you just get overwhelmed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else. I just wanted to talk about what I've seen about the showcase. I'm not going to say that one did it better than the other. All I'm going to say is what the differences is between their actual showing and what they're trying to push forward as their next generation model. I'm okay with both right now. I would be lying if I said, oh, I'm just so disappointed in Sony because they're still trying to use the old model. I'm not disappointed because they have been doing it very well, and I play all their stuff, and I'm not really uninterested in them anymore. I'm still more interested in them than I would be Microsoft, just because of what the games that they offer. But time will tell. That's what happened with the 360. That's what happened with the Xbox versus PlayStation 2. That's what happened with the PlayStation 4 versus the Xbox. Everybody thought the momentum was going to stay with Xbox, but obviously you saw what happened. And maybe the PlayStation keeps that momentum. Maybe something crazy happens. Maybe people realize once they purchase it and they see the limitations of the console and what you actually can do at the time of purchase, maybe they start to think about, what is a true value of this console at this point. What is next gen? What do I want to be, or what ecosystem do I want to be in when that happens? I don't want to choose, so I'm obviously going to get all of it. But for the person that can't purchase everything that comes out and they have to make a firm decision on which console they want to purchase, it's a lot that goes into that, pricing, all that stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys in the next talk news. I don't know what to call this. This is just me rambling about a topic. But thanks for watching. I can't do the Marcus Brownlee. Peace.